Is it up? Okay. Target Corporation, or Target as it is more commonly known, is one of the major retail stores in America. But what makes it different? My name is Sean Jolie, and I'm going to cover this, among other things. That massive wall of text is Target's purpose or mission statement, and it basically says that they have quality products and good customer service while keeping the cost down, or at least that's their goal. This statement sounds like a traditional fairy tale statement, but at least when compared to Walmart or the more expensive stores, it is relatively true. In case, just on the off chance that someone in America doesn't know what Target is, it is a store that sells a little bit of everything, and by a little bit, I mean a giant amount. Products range from consumer electronics to clothing and food and much more. They also have a credit card, but this has had some interesting repercussions in the past. The Target's credit card has been around for quite a few years, and it has been known, at one point it was known as the Target Guest Card, but it is currently known as the Target Red Card, and initially it caused them to gain a fairly significant profit increase because it improved customer loyalty. However, when there was a major data breach and a ton of credit card information and personal information was stolen, and that happened in 2014, the profit losses, some of which were calculated to be up to 50% for the few months following that. And while they did recover from this, it was still a huge blow at the time. Target's main competitors would be Walmart, of course, although Walmart sells slightly cheaper quality products. Amazon would be the biggest online competitor, which has been up and coming lately, and Sears has been, well, falling into oblivion slowly. Initially, from the looks of this, it looks like Target isn't doing too well with a negative 1.24 net profit margin from last year, but this is not representative at all of the company's current state. Target has recently had a few rough years, which I will explain later. And the rising trend of Amazon and the free shipping and all that good stuff has not been helping either. Although Target has lately been increasing sales in the online sector, which will give it at least not a complete disadvantage when it comes to fighting Amazon's rise in the market share. Now, Target, of course, is slowly increasing its online share, but still the majority of its profits come from its physical stores. And they are in every single state in the United States but one, which would be Vermont. And there are almost 1,800 of them. Of all the states, California by far has the most Targets at 268. But as far as the super Targets go, Florida and Texas and Michigan both have considerably more, and for that matter, most states don't have too many super Targets. It's just the big, like Midwestern ones and Florida for whatever reason. Now, at one point, Target did have stores in Canada, but that was a horrendous experience for Target that caused massive profit losses. What caused this is up for debate, but several people think that Target simply bit off more than it could chew when it decided to enter the Canadian market by buying out the Zellers chain and renovating them to look like Target stores. Between the major renovations, the poor locations of quite a few of the Zellers stores, and a difference in customer service and quality when compared to the US stores, even the Canadians who shopped at US Targets didn't like them too much. After almost 2 years of the Canadian stores hemorrhaging profits, the new CEO of Target decided it was time to pull out and declare Target Canada bankrupt. This caused over this time, Canada had managed to accrue over $2 billion of net profit losses, which is, for Target, not a gigantic amount, but still a fairly significant amount. While those numbers don't sound good, it's actually not going too badly for Target. They are cutting employees down, especially at their headquarters in Michigan, but this is, of course, good for profits as long as they can still keep a sufficient amount of employees around. Additionally, they are now renovating themselves to be more upscale than Walmart, even more so than they already were, therefore allowing them to draw in a classier group of people. This is being done by adding more organics to their food section, which they haven't done yet, but they're working on it. Their clothing selection is being kept more and more up to date. They're improving their customer service in stores. They've also sold all their pharmacies back in June 2015 of this year. They sold all their pharmacy operations to CVS Health. Basically, Target is just becoming classier. Now, that profit margin again, it does look ugly, but it doesn't tell anything close to the real story. With an increasing online share, overall quality improvements, and in general a forward-thinking mindset more in line with the younger generation such as myself, Target's setbacks don't really appear to be anything close to insurmountable obstacles. Now, the one thing I'm really curious about is whether Target and other large grocery stores are trying to replace old grocery stores completely. And what will that do to the market?